All right, boys and girls, today we're going to make a textured owl. So we're going to try to make him look very fuzzy and bumpy and all those words that describe texture. And texture is how something feels. So my cover feels smooth because it has tape on it. My table feels bumpy because it has bumpy texture on it. So we're going to add and draw texture on an owl. So I'm going to flip to a new page in my sketchbook. Now you can use the back of a picture or you can use a brand new page. I'm going to use the back of my landscape that I drew earlier. So now I'm going to draw an owl. Now you're going to start with pencil, but I'm going to use a pen. That way you can see my lines. Now since the owl is the focus of our art, I'm going to draw as big as I can, and that way I can fit all the parts on it. So I'm going to start with the top of his head, and the top of his head is an arch. It's a curved line, and it goes from side to side. So I'm going to draw a curved line at the top of my paper, just like that. Then I'm going to add a big curved line. This is going to be like a letter U that's going to dip down and curve around. So this will end up being the body of our owl. So I'm going to curve down and up. Oh, it didn't connect there, so I just connect it. Now, if you want to draw your owl a different way than me, that's perfectly fine. And sometimes I like to draw extra lines just to make it look a little bit more hand-drawn. So now I'm going to add ears, and ears are going to be two curved lines together, making like a leaf or a football shape. So there's one curved line that way and another line this way. It'll be the same on the other side, trying to be symmetrical. If it's not perfect, that's okay. All right. Now to help me with my lines, I might add some guidelines. So with a pencil, I'm just going to draw a nice light line up to down and a nice line, light line side to side. And that just helps me figure out a placement so I can put everything where I want it to go. So now I'm going to add the nose. So I'm going to draw a line side to side right in the middle near the top, and then a letter V right below it. Now I like to add little holes for nostrils. And now I'm going to add the eyes. Nice big circles. Owls have very good eyesight at night. It means they're nocturnal, so they see things better at night than during the day. And they're also more awake at night. So I add another circle. And then sometimes I like to add a little shiny spot, just like that. Okay, now we're going to add some wings. So I'm just going to add some curved lines. 1 and 2. Just like that. Looking really good. All right, now for the legs and the feet, I'm going to start with a curved line close to the middle, and then a zigzag line, and then I'm going to go back up. So curved line towards the middle, zigzag, and back up. And then the last little detail is we're going to add a branch. So I'm going to draw a line side to side, skip where the owl is, and then I'm going to draw a second line right underneath him. And you can add some branches if you want to, and some leaves. It's completely up to you. And of course, I like to add my second line just to make it look more hand-drawn. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Okay, so now I'll give you a second to catch up with me, and we're gonna add some texture next. We want our owl to look like he's fuzzy and furry. Now he is full of feathers, but those feathers are so soft looking. So I'm gonna add some texture. Oh, I forgot to add his little belly. Let's do that. So I'm gonna add 2 curved lines from the beak to the wings. That way he has a belly. Okay, now I'm ready for texture. Boys and girls, so I have my texture added to my really cool owl picture, and then I'm going to get ready for painting. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so I'm all set up for painting. I have my watercolors from last year, some new colors. I have some water ready to go in a container, and some paintbrushes. So I'm going to teach you how to get started with painting, and then I'll show you what my painting will look like when we're all finished. So I'm going to take my water and my brush, dip it in the water, make sure it's nice and submerged in the water, and then I'm going to pick some colors for my owl. And I can choose any colors I want. So I'm going to choose this orange, and I tap on the color 3 times, and then I just take my time and paint right where I want it to go. And when I'm ready for a new color, actually I'm going to paint his little feet the same color. So the great thing about outlining everything in black is it makes those colors really pop. Okay, now I'm ready for my next color. So I rinse my brush, and then I can pick a new color. I'm going to do this purple, tap 3 times, and paint. Boys and girls, my owl painting is all finished. Looks great. Look at all that texture. Alright, boys and girls, I'll see you next time. Bye.